Stray: Journey Through the Neon Abyss is an immersive third-person adventure game about a forlorn and lonely stray cat navigating a scary cyber city. The game promotes exploration by rewarding curiosity with hidden treasures, lore, and unusual interactions. Players must overcome obstacles, hop between roofs, and squeeze through tiny areas while avoiding hazards and outwitting enemies. The cat's naughty behavior adds pleasure to the gameplay, allowing players to channel their feline impulses. Along the trip, the cat meets a flying drone named B12, who offers aid and company.
I guess as I get a little older,
Tess Devine and her mother Opal find a hidden collection of antique notes and letters in their attic on a gorgeous fall day, hinting to family secrets, past burglaries, and a missing treasure near the Canadian border. The discoveries hint to a more sinister enigma that should be left alone. Tess and Opal embark on an exciting road journey to abandoned family sites and open roads in quest of answers and a link to their history. They find the truth and a strong link between mother and daughter as they dive into the relics of these forsaken sites.
Whatever it is, I know.
Peglin is an engaging turn-based RPG. Plan your strategy to prosper. Dragons have been taking your riches and ravaging your land for quite some time. You must vanquish them by exploring the magical forests, attacking the stronghold, and entering the dragon's lair. You have powerful orbs with unique powers and exceptional relics that may shift the tide of combat in your favor. The game allows you to acquire and develop powerful orbs and relics to defeat monsters and bosses, engage in pachinko-inspired combat, and uncover a new area. Renata, a well-known explorer, archaeologist, and inventor, sets off on an adventurous trip with her frog-shaped grappling hook, the Frogun, to rescue her parents from the Beelzebub ruins. Despite her parents' absence, Renata is left at the base camp for 3 days. She intends to prove her value by utilizing the Frogun to save her parents. The game has bright stages with pixelated ruins, ice peaks, and boiling lava swamps. Completing level challenges allows players to fight against Renata's adversaries, learn grapple mechanics, and win badges. Ire of Worlds is an exciting adventure game in which players must negotiate flooded passages, avoid toxic pollen, and battle huge enemies. With over 100 different opponents and traps spread throughout 14 themed levels, players must use creative talents such as parkour, camouflage, and time manipulation. The game has mechanics like as adversary visibility cones, turret hacking, accurate targeting, 2D spherical illumination, and terraforming, making it both exhilarating and hard. The post-apocalyptic story follows two people on a journey through post-apocalyptic Russia, where they must adjust to shifting conditions and find their true identities. The protagonists will explore abandoned villages, fields, and forests, as well as unearth a covert underground complex. The adventure provides a comprehensive tour of many areas, along with intriguing things and hidden mysteries. They must scavenge for necessities such as food, batteries, and weaponry while on quests.
You are the ultimate warrior of your kin.
As an elite fighter, you command Shadow Essence, a mysterious force that offers you dominion over shadows. With this power, you complete duties and objectives to secure the village's survival and release the Aragami who have been enslaved by invasion forces. Discover a full story and engage in fast-paced stealth actions in single-player or co-op with pals. Master skill-based fighting with a high-risk horde ratio. Create your Shadow Assassin and improve your skills and shadow capabilities to save your people and become a legend. Defend the Rashomon Valley and fight the curse. No Place Like Home is a delightful simulation game in which players take on the role of Ellen Newland, a young girl who pays a visit to her grandfather's ruined farm before leaving for Mars. The game includes cleaning, farming, exploring, and partying. Players may help clean up the earth by recycling resources and making friends with locals. They can grow plants, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and trees. Players may also explore other zones, rescue animals, and repair their homes to create a comfortable and individualized living environment.
Don't throw away your...
Edge of Sanity is a psychological survival horror game set in the Alaskan tundra. Players are members of a resupply crew for scientists who discover an empty field lab and must investigate the truth about frightening occurrences. The game is rife with craziness, which influences the player's actions and perspective of reality. The player must maintain morale, recruit survivors, and set up food and water stations. They must also consider ways for dealing with their adversaries, such as employing crafting talents and the surroundings to outwit dangers.
The Knights are back in town.
Night Squad 2 is a famous multiplayer adventure game which provides players with a range of local and online game modes to enjoy. The game includes several epic conflicts, such as Battle Royale, Capture the Grail, Payload Push, Soul Searching, and becoming the Minion Master. Players may arm their knights with medieval weaponry such as bows, boomerangs, and proximity mines. Customized gameplay allows players to boost the ante by activating slippery flooring, exploding corpses, or changing beginning weaponry and upgrade.
New medieval weapon.
One dwarf and 7 dweebs.
The game consists of a mismatched squad of 7 traditional RPG characters, each with their own skill tree. Players can pick between 3 friends and fight in dynamic turn-based combat. The game has a customizable difficulty level, a diversified bestiary, spectacular boss battles, and hidden stuff. The dungeon is massive and surprising, spanning from dungeons to sumptuous halls. To uncover prizes, players must negotiate traps and solve puzzles, while also dealing with weird discussions and unexpected interaction.
Easy battles. What the bullshit.
Sparklite is an action-adventure set in Geodia's ever-changing terrain, where everything is connected by Sparklite, the planet's life force. The occupants have figured out how to securely channel it, and the blue lighting mineral may be harnessed for low-level power or ingested for a spike of power. Geodia's self-titled Baron intends to harvest the world's Sparklite core to power his war machines, but pollution from consumed Sparklite pollutes the environment. Ada, a brave mechanic, must stop the Baron from obtaining the core and gaining ultimate power.
Corporation will stop at nothing to get it for him.
Bramble the Mountain King is a fascinating adventure set in the magical region of Bramble, where players must cross a terrain teeming with dangerous monsters. Oli, the young protagonist, must save his sister from a dangerous troll. The landscape is teeming with both giant and little creatures, and players must be cautious as they go through woods and tunnels. The Spark of Courage, a supernatural relic, enables players to overcome challenges. Players must combat the monstrous animals utilizing a variety of methods and tactics, but bravado without compassion may lead to disaster. Aragami is a stealth game in which players control and manipulate shadows in order to penetrate opposing ranks. The game is included in the Shadow Edition, which also contains Aragami Nightfall, a narrative campaign that takes place before the events of Aragami. Yamiko, a girl imprisoned in Kiryu's city castle, summons Aragami, a furious spirit. The game puts players on a dark adventure filled with magical abilities, light-shattered combat, and a tale about twin souls that are fated to be together. In this fascinating adventure, players may wield new shadow powers and put their stealth abilities to the test. Morbid the Lords of Ire is a blood-soaked action-adventure that builds upon the acclaimed game Morbid the Seven Acolytes. Players can engage in combat with horrifying creatures in a 3D environment using various weapons, equipment, and blessings. The game's advanced Sanity system impacts the world based on combat choices, altering your perception of reality. They must face monstrous creatures in each level, explore diverse environments, and test their skills against formidable enemies and epic boss battles in this dark and twisted world.
Lords of Ire.
Dungeon of the Endless is an award-winning rogue-like dungeon defense game in which players must protect a wrecked ship's generator while traversing an ever-expanding dungeon. The game involves a group of heroes who are dispatched to the Ariga system, an unknown planet that was formerly home to a large settlement of the Endless, the galaxy's roaming ancestors. The ship disintegrates, leaving the surviving prisoners damaged but temporarily alive. They realize they've crashed through an endless facility, which leads to an ancient dungeon. Monster Hunter Stories is a turn-based RPG set in the Monster Hunter universe that requires players to navigate a world full of difficulties and partnerships between riders and hunters. The game has a strategic battle system in which players may overcome opponents by using power, speed, and technical assaults. Players may also turn iconic creatures into monsties, hatch eggs, and make beasts faithful pets. The game also includes the rite of channeling, a holy ceremony that reveals latent skills in monsties. The plot is full of friendship and victory. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome!